I think our native people have a way of seeing the world. I think our native people have a way of communicating that I'm learning because I wasn't raised traditionally as a native in my native culture, but I've been learning for the last 25, 30 years. I have been learning about our native culture. I've been mentored. I've been immersed more into it. Not as immersed as much as I'd like to, but I did live 5 years. We lived with a beautiful people called the Hopi in northern Arizona. Now, how the First Nation version came about, the quickest explanation I can give you was that when we were living on the Hopi res and we were sharing, my whole goal was to share Jesus with Hopi people. And I kind of came in a little naively. Uh, Even though I had Native heritage, I really wasn't familiar with a lot of with how deeply the Hopi people still hold on to their culture and hold on to their way of thinking. And then as I spoke with lots of Hopis, I learned that they didn't see Christianity the same way I did. They didn't see Jesus the same way I did. Um, and so the opportunities mostly I had and others that were with me was to share at the Hopi jail, which mostly had people who were not criminals at all. They were simply people who had been caught drinking alcohol on the reservation, beer or wine or whatever it is that they brought in because it was a dry res. So this gave us an opportunity. There was a lot of Hopi men and women in that jail, and the jail permitted us to come in and have a little meeting with them, and we'd have these meetings where we were looking at sharing Jesus. But I noticed that the standard evangelical method of sharing Jesus just didn't seem to be making an impact. Well, you'd think it did, because at the end of the meeting there's 40 men and someone says, how many want to receive Jesus? And 40 men would raise their hands, and people thought, oh wow, it's a revival. But but again, understanding Native people, understanding why they raised their hand wasn't because they were ready to commit their lives to a new way of thinking, a new way of understanding the world, all these new things. They just simply thought maybe this is a good way to get out of jail.